Alright, so in today's video I'm going to be using the Swardman Scarifier Cartridge. Now, I shot all the footage yesterday and talked, and I found out my mic was flat. It's so frustrating, and the audio is all gone. So I've got a different mic on there at the moment while I'm waiting for them to charge. Man, I'm good with batteries. You'll find in this video how good I am with batteries as well. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'll do all the talking that I did from yesterday because I'm pretty sure I remember what I said. Let's just get into this video. Yo mate, what up? Welcome to another lawn tip vid. A little bit dirty there, boy. Right, so today we're going to be testing out this Scarify unit. As you can see in this footage, I've pulled it out here, getting it all set now. I wasn't sure what height I was going to set it at because I need to adjust it and fiddle around with it a little bit. But basically we want to pull all this dead stuff that's underneath the soil surface here out of the soil. As you can see here, I've got a bit of brown stuff out of the soil there. And the reason I need to do this is because this lawn is 3 years old. I did do an overseed last year because we had drought and a lot of it died off. But a lot of this lawn is still the existing lawn that I sowed 3 years ago, and I've never dethatched this thing, never scarified it. So there's actually quite a lot of dead organic material in the top layer underneath the leaf surface, which is making my mower float around like crazy when I mow the lawn. So the reason for scarifying today is to pull all that stuff out. And hopefully, when I mow this lawn after this, my mower won't float and I'll keep some straight stripes on this lawn. So I'm interested to see how this goes. I've got a little bit of power around the place as well, which is pulling out really easily at the moment by hand. Let me see if I can find some for you guys so I can show you what I mean. But I'm hoping this Scarifier just pulls it out on the way through as well. It's easy to see it at night, can't quite see it this morning. Here we go. A little bit of power here, you can see the seed head. Look at this, look how easily that pulls out. Like, it is ridiculous. Now it's not rooting down very deep because we've got that barricade in there. And wintergrass or power has a very shallow root system. Hence why it normally dies out in summertime. But here in orange is a little bit cooler and this stuff sort of adapts and survives. That's why I see a lot of golf greens mixed with wintergrass or power and bent grass as well, because they both sort of just survive with each other. But I'll tell you what, this is coming out really easily. It's not rooting down that deep because of that barricade. So I'm hoping this Scarifier pulls some out today. We'll find out in a minute. But I'm really hoping it stops my mower just floating around. And it's not only when your mower's doing it, but when you find that your fertilizer spreader starts to shift around on top like it was for me last night as well. Yeah, it's getting just a little bit thick. Now you could do this manually just with a rake, with a thatching rake, which you can get some from Bunnings. I think Cyclone sells one actually, and a couple of other companies. We're just going to do it today with the Swardman and see how this thing fares. But yeah, we're only going to do a really light one, only going to go into the top layer. We're not going to go into the below ground thatch because there isn't too much with this rye. Mostly just the above ground stuff, just to thin it out a bit so our cuts are a little bit more pure and I can keep those stripes nice and straight. That's my excuse for them being wobbly anyway. Man, it is windy today. Now, this is cool season grass, so I wouldn't do this in the middle of summer. Now, it's summer now, I know, but we've got degrees under 20 or like mid-20s for the next like 2 weeks, so we're going to be safe. Generally, I'd try to do this in spring and autumn with cool season grass, but we've got a random stint of cold weather at the moment for some reason. If you have warm season grass like Kikuyu, Cooch, and Zoysia as well, don't do this with buffalo. You can do this as well. Try to do it when your lawn is actively growing. Cool season grass grows when the temps are below 25 degrees. Warm season grass once you start getting above 25 degrees. That's sort of my basis. There's a couple of degrees here and there, but it'll work like that for you. So I want to give this a test and let's just see how it goes. This shouldn't have any impact on the visual appearance. All right, let's just see how much this pulls out. So as you guys can see, it's pulling out all the brown stuff. Now I reckon I could go a smidge deeper, just a smidge, because yeah, I reckon we could pull more out than that. tell you what, that is perfect. Oh yes! Look at that. That's from a little pass. And that is awesome. Alright, let's do it. Let's put the catcher on. Let's see how much we collect from just a couple of runs of doing this. I didn't cut very straight, but that doesn't matter. So as you can see, that's already half a catcher full of dead stuff. A little bit of green in there, it doesn't matter, that's mostly brown though. I did notice that it is pulling out the pyro as well, that's like very weak. There was a big plant that just stuck up and was pulled out of the ground, which is just awesome, man, like seriously. So good, which is exciting to see. So I'm just going to keep going with this and see how much we get out. Right, so that thing has gone flat since silly old me decided to put it on charge an hour before I filmed. Right. So I'm going to put it on charge and I'll be back later. Well, that's gone flat again. Dang it, man, I must use a bit of power using that thing. It's crazy. So I go charge it. I might mow at the back now just to see. Sorry, got distracted by a car driving past. Just to see, you know, how it goes, see if it starts to float around. But as you can see, you can definitely see where the scarifier, or I'd more likely call it dethatcher, has been. Like, it has pulled out quite a lot of above ground thatch, which is awesome. Out the back, it actually looks quite different out here. It does look thinner. It'd be so hard to tell on camera, but I reckon it's going to be awesome with the mower now. Now, it ripped a lot of the winter grass up, or it left it sticking up like this here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's very easy to pull out. So hopefully when I bring the mower over, it'll cut off some of the seed head, potentially even pull some out for me. But yeah, I'll charge that. I won't show you me doing the rest of it. It is so slow, man, so slow. But using this thing, it's going to be so good for allowing some more water to get down through the soil. That dead organic material that was in there was probably preventing a little bit of water getting down there, a little bit of fertilizer, nutrients. So it's going to be hugely positive, hugely positive. Great to do with cooch, as I said before. And with cooch as well, the more often you do grooming or little dethatching like this as well, it's actually going to help promote a thicker lawn and help it spread sideways as well. This will help the rye tiller out a bit and look a little bit thicker. But the biggest thing is to get some oxygen down to the roots and some water down there as well as let our fertilizers, man, I'm struggling to speak, work well. Now let's get this mower out, the rover. I just want to see if it floats around. So the best way for me to tell if it's floating around is just going that direction, because it always seems to shift side to side. So let's test it and I'll let you know what I think. Tell you what, that felt heaps better. So much better. Wow. Like, it dead set was not floating around at all. So see if my stripes are straight. straight enough. Straighter than they would be normally. So I'm going to try just the diagonal run as well, because I hardly ever do diagonal, so we'll really be able to tell if we do a diagonal, if it's floating around, which I think it might still float around a smidge, because I probably need to go over it a few more times with that Scarify, but let's get... Heaps better, so much better. Before, like, you would not even be able to hold the mower, like it would just like shift around like crazy. So that is heaps better. Still shifted around the smidgiest bit, but mate, it is seriously, yes, I'm excited about that. It's really good. You can actually see the soil below the grass now as well, which is crazy, and the grass feels a little bit softer, which is nice. So yeah, now if you guys don't have something like that, like a cartridge that's going to do that, you can just scalp your lawn back. Even with ryegrass, you can scalp it back. It's just going to take a lot longer to come back. Whereas if you do something like that with a Scarify, like as you can see, the lawn's still nice and green. A couple of cuts in, you won't even see the lines in the lawn anymore from those little teeth on that unit there. But yeah, seriously impressed. Well, I'm going to put that unit back on charge now, and finish it off in about an hour's time once it's charged again. I only had like a couple of passes left out the front, that was it. So I'll just mow the backyard while I'm waiting. Yeah, thanks guys so much for watching, really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate that guys. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and you guys have a good week.